Hey, the Google front page, if you're on your computer, it's really viewed by millions of people every day, and we've got an inside look at how it's made.
Changes all the time. NBC Bay Area's Garvin Thomas takes us behind the ever-changing Google homepage logo and its new Olympic look.
Brent and Laura, this is all about something called a Google Doodle. You've probably seen it before on the Google homepage. Sometimes Google's logo is altered by some artwork. Now, they do it to celebrate certain holidays, anniversaries, and birthdays. And you may have noticed ever since last Friday, the beginning of the Olympics, there's been an Olympic-themed Google Doodle. Every day, a different one. In the room right behind me, we have the man who is the artist behind those. And I'm going to grab the camera and we'll take a look and talk to Michael Lopez. He's actually the chief doodler here at Google and the man behind the Olympic doodles. Michael, thank you very much for joining us. Talk us through some of your favorites, some of what you've created here with the doodles.
So this first doodle was for the opening ceremonies. This one was particularly fun to do in that we had to find a way to translate flames into this particular style. Another doodle that we worked on, of course, was cross-country skiing. This doodle was fun too because we were trying to figure out ways to represent the trees kind of in an abstract way that didn't take away from the actual athlete itself, and also a fun way to incorporate it into the logo, replacing the L. Another doodle is cross-country women's as well, and again you see the simplified trees and the motion lines from the actual athletes themselves. Like, this is something that we definitely wanted to convey in all the Olympic doodles.
We wanted to keep things kind of subtle and iconic, and you know, and honor the athletes, you know, in the most simplest way. And I think we were able to do that.
Michael Lopez, Chief Doodler at Google, thank you very much. There's something else we wanted to tell you about that has to do with the Doodle. It's called Doodle for Google, and it's a competition that's being held for the third year for students across the United States. This is the third year they're doing it. The second year, they got more than 28,000 entries in the competition, and it all gets whittled down to one winner, and that one winner gets their doodle on the homepage, seen by hundreds of millions of people. They also get a scholarship. Their school gets money as well. It's a very big deal around here. Coming up in the next hour, we're going to show you what the competition theme is, and Michael is going to be so kind as to create a doodle for us from beginning to end. You're going to see the entire process. That's coming up in about an hour. Brent and Laura?
I love it. I would totally love to do that when I was in high school.
See, I can't draw a stick man, so I can't be part of it. Anyway, hey, this is a look at the Google page this morning, and I'm trying...
It's a loser.
It's a loser. Oh, I see. Yeah, it is. Not a total loser. It's kind of a silhouette of one.
Isn't that amazing, though?
It
is really cool to log on and see what they do, even with holidays.
Well,
now, earlier we showed you Google's Olympic logo of the morning. It's been pretty neat. They've kind of adapted to every single Olympic sport. Now, take a look. Quickly, we said it was the luge team, but hey, our viewers are sharp. Mark wrote us this morning. That's skeleton, because the people are head first. Good
Not
catch.
Skeletor, it's skeleton, yeah.
Exactly. Good catch, Mark. He's sharp this morning.
Really
I don't know what's
in
his coffee, but
really
he's on it.
Yeah, he's got the good coffee. Anyway, NBC Bay Area's Garvin Thomas showed us one of the doodlers, as they're called, that draws up these kinds of things. They change them from day to day. So he introduced us to that earlier. Well, now he says the Google team is letting an outsider do something special, at least for a day. Okay, we don't have that.
No, we're going to get to it in a little bit. We've got to look at, you know, the Google image you always click on. You know, they've been kind of catering it to the Olympics lately. Yeah,
and we showed this one. This is what we call deja vu news that you think you've seen before because you have. A story we told you just a couple seconds ago about the skeleton event right here. They drew up that little logo, and they adjust every day to whatever's happening in the Olympics. And there are guys who do this, and NBC Bay Area's Garvin Thomas has a look at how they get it done.
Brent and Laura, last hour we told you about the Olympic doodles, the one created by Michael Lopez. I want to tell you now about a competition where a student out there in the United States gets to have their doodle on the homepage for one day, seen by hundreds of millions of people. It's called Doodle for Google. This is the third year that Google is running the competition. Last time they ran it, they got more than 28,000 entries. Now, we introduced you to Michael Lopez, the artist, the chief doodler here at Google. What he did for us just within the past past hour as he showed us what it looked like to create a doodle from beginning to end. Now, he based this on the theme of this year's competition, which is, if I could do anything, I would. This is the finished product. This is what Michael came up with. If he could do anything, he would live in the clouds. Now, look closely. You can see the clouds actually form the name Google. His house is up there, and one fun thing he said, not only is a ladder getting up to it, but you want a fun way to get down from the clouds. That's a red slide heading out. Here are some examples of the entries from last year. As you can see, some amazing creativity goes into these designs, and it's really all a part here of Google of not so much celebrating technology, but innovation.
That's what we're trying to get across this particular competition, is that these ideas, these innovations start with, you know, a pencil and a paper, and they blossom into great things. And I think that's how we start our doodles. That's how our engineers begin all of their great products. And I think that's how the kids are going to begin their great ideas, their great endeavors with these particular ideas.
If you're interested in participating in the Doodle for Google competition, the deadline for registration is March 17th. The deadline for entries is March 31st. Good luck to anyone who wants to give it a shot. Brent and Laura?
You can get pretty creative then.
I think you should try it. I mean,
Well,
you can
high
actually,
schoolers.
well,
But thank you for that compliment.
on multiple fronts there. So there you go.